Hey guys, Jeff here with Ghost Knight Gaming, and here we are taking a look at one of the pieces I just finished, this one here. And you can see that I've basically done this thing up to get as much of a leather look as I could get. And I'm going to show you guys today how I got this look, and kind of the basic steps for doing it. So what you'll need to do the basic of this is you're going to need a fabric marker in the color that you want to go with. So in this case, we're looking at a brown leather. So there you go. And you're going to need some shoe polish. So yeah, not kidding, shoe polish. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put this guy over here. And you see I've already kind of done a bit of a test. But what you're going to do is you're going to apply your fabric marker first. So you're going to, you're going to draw all over this to get your initial look here, right? So just mark all the way down. Get as much, get all your coverage, right? So if you imagine, I just did that all over this to get this completely done. Okay, so we can do that. And we just go until we've got what we need. So I'm only going to do this little corner here so you can see the difference. So now we're going to give that a couple moments. We're going to let that dry. Sorry, I'm looking at something else I was kind of half working on there. So, yeah, it's not dry yet. And then you're going to need your shoe polish. So I'm going to open this up here. You will need, now you can use pretty much whatever color according to what you're going to do. So, there's white shoe polish, there's black shoe polish. So you can kind of get the leather look out of a couple of different things. Then you're going to need a cloth or a soft paper towel to work with, right? Okay, so let's dab that to see if that's dry. It's still drying, so we're going to give that a couple of more moments while I do that. So, and then yeah, you'll spend however long applying your, and this I did directly to the foam that I was using, so I'm using foam. See, all the magic is gone. You can see it. So, yeah, it may take a while. I don't know how many you might end up needing of these, depending on how big your piece is. So this is definitely for smaller pieces. So like this, bracers and stuff like that. It's going to work really well for that. You may have to look at a different option, like pleather or something, for doing actual armor or anything like that, to craft that yourself, or leather, I guess, is the other obvious solution for that if you've got the time and money, and the excuse me, skill needed to work with leather, which I plan on doing at some point, starting to learn how to work actually with leather here. So okay, so I'm satisfied. This is, yeah, it's dry enough. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of this shoe polish and get it on there. Nice, good. And then I'm gonna, just like that, I'm gonna rub it in there. Give it a good rub. Oops, I'm getting it all over myself. So depending on how dark you want to go will affect how much you apply. So even like looking there, looking at the difference, it's definitely got that different look, and from a distance, it's pretty much going to be indistinguishable. Um, even upon closer inspection, you take a look at the leather piece and you look at this until you start to feel the material. So like even right there, I can fix it up a little bit more, polish there. So, and then from there you can potentially seal it in and get, a bit more, maybe a glossier leather look. You can use, you can attempt to use different stuff. I haven't experimented with anything like that yet, so don't quote me on that one. But I will do some experimenting at some point, and I will let you guys know what I've discovered works really well on doing this kind of stuff. So whether like clear gloss paint will work or whatever to seal it, protect it in, right? And yeah, that's pretty much all it takes, is just doing that. The most time-consuming part is probably the leather working, or the applying the fabric marker, because you're drawing every little bit, and then you apply your polish, and pretty much away you go. So I haven't tried using it on stuff that's already been plastadipped, but I'll let you know the results of that because I actually started experimenting already. And I'll let you know how that looks once I've finished with that. The other thing I wanted to go over today, while I had a bit of time and I have your attention, just let me clean up after myself here. Watch me fight with the stuff. Is I'm also getting into a lot of, if you've seen my Facebook page, you've seen I've been doing a lot of my painting. And so here's the bow that I've been working on. And there's what I've got so far. So as you can see, I've been able to paint all the way up into here, and you can see that there's actually, been different painting. So I'm actually going to take a moment to show you guys how I get this ready for painting before I actually send it off to paint. And I'll show you the results at a later point here. So basically all I did is, you'll need probably scissors, a sharp knife or something like that, painter's tape, or something else that is equally as good, something that will for the most part stick to what you're going to stick it to. So in this case, I wanted to make sure that the detail going in here, because this piece is supposed to be a different color than this whole long arm here going out from the bow. So I made sure I put my tape in here so that I didn't get this extra painting in here, because I don't want to have to paint this again and again and again. So now I need to cover these pieces that I've already painted so that when I put the next paint on to get the color I want in the arms of my bow, I'm not ruining the work I've already done. So I'm going to take my tape now, and I'm going to have to be really careful here because I'm looking at, so I'm actually going to check how some of this looks. Anyway, some of that I may have to fix up or sand, but I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to look at where I've got to measure, and I'm actually going to cut it out into strips to cover those particular spots on the arms. So I want to make a pretty straight cut here. So I've got this. I'm actually going to take it and I'm going to go right over top like so. Depending on it, I probably actually need to cut. I might actually fit. So, sorry. Apparently the application of tape is proving to be very complicated for me today. So we apply that there, and we're going to bend it over to completely protect. I'm going to actually need to cut this a little bit, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to actually go on my fold, put my first spot in right there. I'm going to fold, get that nice and stuck in. I'm going to fold that over, and then I'm going to take a look at how it looks on the outside. So actually, there we go. That looks a whole lot better. So now I've covered this so that I can actually get that very nice straight lines like I've been getting here. And take a look at that. Tape that good. Okay, so we're going to keep applying tape. Now I've got to do this to both sides of the bow. So, okay, I want a slightly thinner one here. Cut this piece off. Alright, and we're going to apply that piece to the top again. So we apply it and bend it over itself so that it covers the whole piece the way I want it to. Folding it nice and good. Alright. So then I'm going to do another couple of pieces like that because I got to do the sides of this on both sides. Strips as I go. I'll put that over top. Yeah, put that out of the way so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And then start getting that down the side. I need to cut several of these strips here. Alright, you get the roughly the right size each time. Just go down, cover it, and go all the way down. It's nice and covered. Forgive my sniffling, I've been a little under the weather. So do that again. Yeah. Alright, get that over the top. top like that. Quickly, I'm going to turn this over because I got to do the same thing on this side as well. Okay, so don't cut my finger off. And the name of the game here. Over there. That's not big enough. Switch it to a slightly bigger side. I unintentionally cut. No, I mean, I meant to do that. Yeah, that's it. Actually, they're sticking. Tape, paint. And I mentioned in theory you should be cutting this in straight lines. So apply that, bend that over the top. Now cover as much as I can. Get as much coverage as I can for the pieces. Alright. Oh, and apparently, there we go. That piece fits out. I want to make sure it actually fits the piece that I'm cutting it for, so I need to cut a really thin one for that particular piece. Alright, so now that I've dealt with the smaller details, I take a huge piece right here, like so. I could cut it to make it straight. It doesn't actually need to be. But I'm actually going to cover as much in here as I can. So ample use of tape is probably highly recommended, just depending on how much splash you may have to deal with from your paint, depending on what you're using. I'm using spray paint, so I kind of don't want it ending up all over the place. So I've been fairly liberal with my my tape covering up everything. I'm actually going to tear a slightly smaller piece. I'm going to put it right in this little spot here, just because there's actually a gray spot there. I don't want to lose that detail there. Alright, turn this over, make sure those are good. So, and then we're going to apply our tape to the other side as well. There we go. As much coverage as I can. All over the place. Tape everywhere. There's small mountains of tape. Okay. So I go down as far as you think you need because of the way I've got my spraying area. I shouldn't actually need to go further down than here. Just in case I'm feeling a little paranoid, I can definitely go further down. So then I'm going to do the same thing that I just did here to the other side of the bow. And then from there, we're going to paint it. So I'll have pictures of what it looks like after I've finished painting. And I'll show you what it looks like after the paint has been applied. So stay tuned for that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back, and yeah, so we've painted it all up. You can see the paint here, so I'm going to quickly remove the paint, or, sorry, the tape. I know what I'm talking about, I really do. Slowly, so as not negatively affect the paint that's already on it. That's why painter's tape is much better for this. Okay. Trying to see if I can. Come on. Come on. There we go. The two grays that I've got going on here aren't vastly different in color from each other. I'd have to go with a really, really dark gray to really change the color a lot, but okay, so this carefully, so you can actually see a bit of the difference in color. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can in the light here. So I'm just gonna get rid of all this tape. You can see it with the two pieces there. Okay, so amount of tape I've got here going. Alright, so there we go. She's all done. And I do have to remove this side, but I'll do that later. So the other thing I didn't go into, and for those that have kind of been paying attention either to my Facebook or my cosplay vlogs so far, is one of the issues I had with my bow is that the whole thing was kind of just flopping over. Now it still does a little bit, but I actually solved the problem here, and you can kind of see the piece that I put on top here. But I found a solution that was kind of in my budget range to be able to solve this problem. And what I actually did is I bought one of those placemats you can get for your kitchen counter or your kitchen table. Yeah. I lined that up, measured it up, cut it out, and then glued it, contact cemented it to my foam piece. And yeah, it did the trick. It supported it. It kind of meshes up pretty good. There's a couple of things I'd probably do better next time. But yeah, so other than stringing this, adding a couple of little final touches to this, this is actually done. This one is good to go and ready to be added to my cosplay that I've done so far. So hopefully in the near future I will actually have some pictures of what I've completed, all done and ready for you guys to check out. So stay tuned for that. And coming up, we're going to be starting to work on a couple of our new projects. I'm going to do some template work, and yeah, they're going to be fairly big projects compared to what I've shown you guys so far. And I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing more of that stuff. So thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out. I'm going to start removing all this tape here. And I hope you guys will check out some of my other videos and stay tuned and subscribe to my channel for more stuff. Check me out on Facebook to see update pictures and the like. And yeah, I'll see you guys around. Be sure to comment if you guys liked what you saw. If you're interested in knowing more about some of the stuff I've already done and how I did some of it, just leave me some comments and I will answer you guys as soon as I can. Alright, thanks a lot. Have fun, guys, and keep gaming. I'll see you guys again next time.